Shalom. First and foremost, gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Hakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the men that's out here pushing this truth. Alright, and shalom to the elect. Alright, shalom. Shalom to the elect. Alright, this is gonna be a response video, to my elder Ayash. This video that he made right here. You're not needed, but you were chosen. I had watched this earlier while I was at work and shit. And I told myself I was gonna do a video, but then I forgot and I did another video. And then the Lord put it on my spirit to pray to him. Just randomly, I was like, Lord, what should I read? Because I just wanted to read because I was listening to some nigga shit. I was listening, to some nigga shit. And I was like, I need to do some spiritual shit now. That shit, I prayed to the Lord. I was like, Lord, what should I read? And immediately, Yahweh Shemel Shai, told me, the Spirit told me, Sirach, the 23rd chapter, and then as soon as I started reading, I immediately thought about the video, So I'm going to start off right here, John 15 and verse 5. It says, I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. Alright? So without Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we can't do nothing. Alright? The precepts that be flowing through our head, alright, when we're doing lessons, alright, anything that's spiritual, anything that aligns with the scriptures that we do in our daily life is because of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright? And that's a constant thing that we gotta remember, Because it ain't of us, we're fucking, we can't, just like the Elder Ariala said, we came into this true pieces of shit. We're in this true pieces of shit. We ain't shit. We just hoping, we hoping that we, you know, find, get that mercy from y'all about you, y'all shot. All right, cause hey, we ain't shit, and you know that. I know that. I know that about myself. Here, this is Job 10 and 15. If I be wicked, woe unto me, and if I be righteous, yet will I not lift up my head. I am full of confusion, therefore see thou my affliction. All right, so see, hey, we ain't nothing. All right, hey, if we out here doing wickedness, hey, guess what? The Lord always, hey, Yahweh Shema outside always got the right to destroy us. But what if we be righteous? What? Yeah, ain't no point of looking at ourselves. Oh, yeah, I'm this great man. I'm this that. Nah, because it's of Yahweh Bashim Shah that what he put that spirit on us to do it. So hey, just like the other day, I prayed. I had did a lesson. Yeah, I had did a lesson, and I was like, after I got done doing a lesson, I was like, Lord, water for using me. Because I know it's not of me. I know it's not of me that I could link up these precepts, and I could go into a breakdown. I could go into these words, you know. It ain't of us, Understand that. We gotta constantly, understand that, and remember it, you know. Because we always got them constant thoughts of just wickedness, We dream about wickedness, all right? Hey, we ain't nothing, all right? But this is Sirach, and I'm gonna get into this chat GBT about Sirach 23 because it immediately Yeah, I read it. And I went to ChatGPT, and then that's when the Elder Ayasha's video popped up in my head. But it's Sirach 23 and 1. O Lord, Father and Governor of all my whole life. All right. So Yahweh Shem Shai, he's what? In control of our whole life, everything that we do. You know, as the scriptures say, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? You know, everything is of Yahweh Shem Shai. We don't have, we can't control our lives, you know. Yahweh Shem Shai is so cold that what? He gave us like an illusion of that we got, some type of free will. But if you understand the scriptures, hey, you don't got no free will, you know. But again, it says, O Lord, Father and Governor of all my life, lead me not to the councils, and let me not fall by them, who will set scourges over my thoughts, and the discipline of wisdom over my heart, that they spare me not for my ignorances, and they pass not by my sins. All right. So yeah, we ask Yahweh Shem Shai to what? Not to fall by what? Our own, our own agendas, our own wickedness or whatever, you know. But it says, who will set scourges over my thoughts and the discipline of wisdom over my heart. All right. Because what? Even, Satan, he be right there, just talking shit about you, you know. He talks shit. Yeah, you ain't do this right, you ain't do that, he gets to talking, you know. It says that they spared me not from my ignorances, and it passed not by my sins, lest my ignorances increase and my sins abound to my destruction, and I fall before my adversaries, and my enemy rejoice over me, whose hope is far from thy mercy. Yep. So what? That's a prayer right there, you know. Pray to Yahweh Shem Shai that what? We don't fall by our own, our own sins, our own agendas, or nothing like that, you know. So that proves right there that what? We need Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, it ain't of us. All right. So here I'm getting to this Chat GBT, and of course this shit restarted. Damn. Let me see. Explain Sirach 23 and 1. Uh, Look right here. It says, "Let's unpack it." O Lord, Father and Master of my life. Bun Sirach acknowledges Yahweh's authority and intimate care. All right. Calling Yahweh both Father and Master emphasizes two sides of the relationship: loving authority and severe control. It shows humility and dependence, recognizing that one's life ultimately belongs to Yahweh Shem Shah. So see, it's of Yahweh Shem Shah that we do anything. All right, that we can put forth righteous works. It says, "Do not lead me to their counsels." Their counsels refers to the sinful desires or evil inclinations, their inner voices, or external influences that tempt a person away from Yahweh Shem Shah. Yep, because within what the scriptures say, let me see, real quick. This is Romans 7 and verse 18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. For the good that I would do not, but the evil which I would not do, that I do. So see, now if I do that I would not, it is more that it's like it is no more I do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. So see, it is sin that dwells in us. All right, that's what Ezra was talking about. With the malignity. And let me get that too real quick. Uh, Second Ezra chapter 3 and verse 22. Thus infirmity was made permanent. All right, and that infirmity is not talking about a physical. It's talking about Salakia. Damn, it slipped my mind. Salakia. Damn, the infirmity is talking about Salakia. It slipped my mind right now. Here, I'm about to get it real quick. My notes. Forgive me. Yeah, infirmities meaning moral inability, basically meaning the state of being unable to choose the good due to a depraved nature or a lack of inclination to righteousness. All right. So within these bodies, what? Within these bodies, the bodies that we live in, it, it, it doesn't want to do good, basically. It says, and the law also in the heart of the people with the malignity of the root, so that the good departed away and the evil abode still. So see, malignity basically going into what? Deep rooted evil. All right, basically, in our bodies, just like the scripture just said, or in that Romans 7, that sin that dwelleth in me. All right, we got, hey, this body wants to go off. This flesh that we live in, it wants to go off. So we need Yahweh Shem Yahshua to what? Uh, guide our lives, in righteousness, you know. But yeah, it says their counsels refers to sinful desires or evil inclinations, their inner voices or external influences that tempt a person away from Yahweh Shem Yahshua. The plea is for protection from being ruled or guided by these impulses. Yep, because that's what it is. It's just that feel that in the moment feel good type shit. Let me see. Look, it says it sets the tone for the rest of the chapter, which focuses on discipline of speech, desires, and behavior, areas where human weakness is most evident. hmm Wait a second. There's a part that I wanted to get. Did I already read it? Give me a second. I guess I already read it. Yeah. Here, this verse begins a prayer in which Ban Sarak, the author, asks Yahweh to help him avoid sin, especially sin of speech and lust, which the will go on to discuss in the following verses. All right. So yeah, we need Yahweh Shem Shah to guide our lives, in everything, you know. And, even with, some that, I've been battling myself, it's little bullshit. At my job, I work at the Marriott Hotel, and I'm a cook. And what, uh, I got basically sweets all around me, and I know that ain't good for me. I know that overindulging into sweets and shit. And next thing I asked the Lord, like, Lord, give me the strength to, not to eat this bullshit. And guess what? I haven't been eating that bullshit, you know, because what? I pray to Yahweh Shem Shah. And of course, you're gonna have them demons saying, trying to, make you doubt or make you, still do it anyway. But what? You gotta have that, you gotta put on that fight. As the scriptures say, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. All right. Yahweh Shem Shah wants to see you fight first. All right. The Lord got to see you fight it. All right. Then the Lord will come through. All right. And give you that extra strength, you know. But it says, Sirach 23:4, O Lord, Father and God of my life, give me not a proud look, but turn away from thy servants always a haughty mind. Yep. And hey, that's what, hey, because hey, a haughty mind, a proud look, basically in a prideful state. Yahweh Shem Shah hates. All right, Yahweh Shem Shah don't hate a nigga that thinks that he's out here doing it because of his own self. Nah, you always acknowledge Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, it's of Yahweh Shem Shah that we can wake up. You know, it's of Yahweh Shem Shah that what we can get our daily bread. You know, it's of Yahweh Shem Shah that we could do anything. All right, especially when it comes to the truth. You know. So that was pretty much it. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kagadash. That by honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, Shalom.